All right. Hi, guys. My name is Allie. This week or this month for the Student Corner, I'll be interviewing Jacob Berry. So I'll give you a second to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm a junior here at Purdue, graduating in spring 2022. My majors are obviously actuarial science and statistics, but also mathematics, minors in business management and economics, I think. I'm from Jasper, Indiana, which is a small town in the southern tip of the state. As far as the actuarial world goes, I interned at CVS Health last summer, and it was an internship so nice I'm doing it twice. So I'll be back there this summer. And I am on the club board as the website / media coordinator person. So handling the website and also the new newsletter that's going out every month. So yeah, that's my intro.
Awesome. All right. So could you maybe talk a little bit more about some of those interests you have outside of actuarial science?
Sure. Like I said, I'm on the club board and everything, and there's a lot of administrative work that goes into that. But you're not interested in hearing that. I mentioned I'm a math major, and like my interest in math, academically and as a theoretical branch, predates my interest in actuarial science. I was originally just going to be a math major, but then I learned about the field. Um, like I was super into like contest math in high school, and that kind of translated over. I attempted to do the Putnam in college and failed miserably, and that translated now to I have been able to do actual research with Dr. Sue, who, if you're a actuarial student watching, you probably know him, which is like, it's cool because it's applying like theoretical frameworks that are usually reserved for like academic statisticians, but actually putting them in a context that the actuarial industry can work in, using real life data. So that's really neat, and it's a cool little connection between some of my academic interests. And beyond that, I'm like, uh, um, I'm basically into all subjects. I love all fields of science. I'm especially physics. Before I was doing research in this field this year, last year I was doing data analysis for a physics lab at Purdue, which was really cool. And non-academically, I'm on the speech team at Purdue, which has been a cool thing. I mostly do interp events, interpretation, which is like prose, poetry, that sort of stuff, the more artistic-y little bits. I was a national semifinalist, not to brag. I'm also, I also am, if I'm any other kind of nerd, I'm a music nerd. So like I did percussion ensemble my freshman year, but ever since, like I've been, like, I'm a percussionist, mostly like marimba and drums. But like I love to hang out at Elliott and jam with Pam. Um, uh, so yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you got a lot on your plate, but it sounds like a lot of really cool things. So I'd love to dig a little bit more into so your research position. How did you kind of come upon, I guess, that experience? And is there any like maybe classes that you've taken that really like helped you kind of get started into that?
So, well, if you're talking about this one I'm currently in,
Yeah.
With Dr. Sue, that was sort of happenstance. I was in Datamine, which is a learning community at Purdue, centered on data science, and Sue taught a class on basically applying data science techniques in the actuarial field. And he reached out to me just from my work in the class, which I guess he appreciated. Um, so like it, and I, before that, the other research opportunity I mentioned earlier, that was me reaching out to a professor who posted a public ad for undergraduate Purdue students looking for a research opportunity, and I just responded to it. So if you're, and like I highly recommend, like people, like academic faculty are always looking for people to do their dirty work for them, and if they can get an undergraduate to do some of the stuff that they don't want to do, they're always looking for someone like that, and it's a really good opportunity to either A, like learn more about whatever field you're studying, or B, expand your reach a little bit, learn something new, like being in the physics lab, that was my first introduction to Python, which I've actually been able to use like this past summer. So yeah, like don't shut yourself out from that sort of stuff. Reach out to faculty members, ask if they need any help with anything they're working on, and they'd love to take you on board.
Definitely. It sounds like a really cool application of kind of more, I think, like real world experience of what you might actually end up, doing in an internship or a job. So I feel like it's a really cool thing to get involved in, especially in college.
For sure.
So you seem like you have a lot on your plate between, classes and then speech team and all your research opportunities. So how would you say you manage your time? Or, what kind of things do you like to do maybe to like relax and de-stress?
Sure. So one of the big things that helps me manage my time is drugs, especially caffeine. I don't know how caffeine, I don't know how people, it mystifies
I was about to go real south.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about caffeine, I promise. I'm kind of joking, but just having the energy to, motivate myself to do stuff. And a lot of that comes from outside of me. But maybe I'm not the best person to ask about time management, not because I'm bad at time management, but people tend to have, especially in this field, I'd say like a left-brained approach to that sort of thing. They have a Google Calendar all filled out and color-coded and an Excel spreadsheet. And I found out that I don't really work like that. And if I try to set deadlines for myself, they will just fly by. So how I personally operate, I have a bunch of plain text notepad files open at once where I'm just constantly writing reminders to myself. And so I guess if I'm offering advice on time management, I would say learn what works for you and doesn't, because not everyone functions with a really rigid schedule. I personally don't. So yeah, that's
Definitely.
That's a little peek into how I manage
whatever
my
way
time.
you can get it done, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So for my last question for you, I'm going to ask if you have any maybe some parting wisdom or advice for the rest of the actuarial science community here at Purdue.
Sure. One of the anyone in the actuarial world, currently working or academic faculty or whatever, will stress how important exams are. And obviously they are. The SOA is the main gatekeeper to who is an actuary and who isn't. So prioritize them and keep them in the front of your mind, but don't beat yourself up over it. You have a lot of time. So don't waste time comparing yourself to other people's progress or whatever. It's not worth it. Appreciate the time you have now in college. It's short. It's only 4 years and maybe less for some people. So like I said, take advantage of some of those weirder, more unique opportunities. Meet people who are doing stuff outside of your wheelhouse and learn from them. And just have fun and relax, because life is short.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with us for a bit today. And I'm sure if anyone has any other questions for Jacob, I'm sure don't feel afraid to reach out and ask him.
Yeah,
so thank you so much.
Talk to me.
We'll
Thank you, Allie. All right.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.